Welcome back to another episode of the Gambling Goats podcast. He's Johnny. I'm Shea. Big divisional round playoffs, NFL. We're looking good, man. How was your week, buddy?
How was my week? I'm having a great week. How was last week? We got the dog pick right.
San Fran, baby.
We're all over San Fran. The only dog to win, and I was on the money line. You took the points. Either way, we both cleared. Getting into this week, we got 8 teams, 4 games, and we got some favorite picks.
Some football action.
It's looking good. After last year, we've got the Buffalo Bills playing Kansas City again down in Kansas City. That's going to be a good one. We've got my Green Bay Packers playing in San Fran in Lambeau. We've got 2 more games. Those are the games I'm on. Shea, over to you.
Yeah, man. Like you said, we picked that nice dog last week. That always feels good when you win a dog pick. So that's good. And you know what? I'm all on dogs this week. So I'm picking dogs. So I couldn't be happier, man. It's gonna be a good week for football.
Okay, well, yeah, we've got Tampa Bay playing Rams, Bengals playing Titans.
Yep.
We're gonna get into the first pick here, and you know what? I don't want to take it because it's with my Green Bay Packers, and you're wearing the jersey, so you go first.
All right. Well, my first pick isn't with the Green Bay Packers. I'm going Rams at Bucks. I know I'm switching it up on you here, buddy. I know, last minute switcheroo. Rams at Bucks. Bucks are laying the 3 points at home. Tom Brady, handsome Tom. He's just, you can't bet against this guy. He's been proven time and time again. He blew out the Eagles last week, looked great. But this Bucks team, they did have a bunch of injuries on that O line. Tristan Wirfs is a big one, and their center Ryan Jensen. That's a tough loss for this Tampa team, who's already kind of battling a bunch of injuries with their wideout Chris Godwin out, Leonard Fournette out. Sean Murphy Bunting, he got banged up as well, cornerback there. So they're dwindling on options here for this Bucks team, and I'm thinking the Rams looked really good last week against the Cardinals. Let's just talk about how about all the favorites that won in very convincing fashion last week. It was like not even a competitive football game when these favorites were winning.
Vegas had it.
Oh, it was ridiculous, man. My Patriots got blown out. The Bucks blew out. The Eagles, the Rams blew out the Cardinals. Like, just, not even competitive football. So
I thought the Cardinals would be closer.
Oh, 100%.
I thought the Patriots would be a lot closer as well.
It's just one of those things, man.
So did Vegas.
It happens, but new format for playoffs, right? New format for playoffs.
Yeah.
They only have that one bye spot, so it makes it a little bit more competitive. Well, better teams are now in that wild card weekend, so it's something different to look at for next year. That's for sure. One takeaway I got from this Rams team last week is they're finally getting all those weapons involved. They signed OBJ, they traded for OBJ. They got Von Miller. He had a big day with a sack and 3 tackles for a loss. OBJ had a touchdown. Their offense was humming. Matt Stafford was looking good. And good for him finally getting a playoff win, after battling through that Detroit shit show, that he used to play for.
Yeah.
These teams played earlier in the season in LA, not in Tampa, so in LA. And the Rams beat the Bucks pretty easily. They beat them by 10. It was a 37-27 kind of game. And that was when Tampa was fully healthy. So it's tough to get behind a Tampa team that, they're banged up on offense. They're banged up on defense. The Rams are healthy. They're playing good football.
Rams got great coach.
I'm taking the dog here, man. The Rams do have a great coach, Sean McVay. He's into it. I'm going Rams plus the 3. I'm taking the 3 on the road.
You're all over. I can see it.
Dogs,
I liked last week Rams. We took OBJ. First touchdown, anytime touchdown. That was great. There's a couple more picks. I don't just quite remember. But, Cooper Kupp as well, which was
Cooper
great.
Kupp.
So we were cashing on that game. That's why you got to follow us on Twitter. Get those prop tickets, baby. Yeah. And like you're saying, Sean McVay, great coach, really into it, really wants it bad, has the team to do it. They're going to be fired on all cylinders. Really tough to doubt Tom Brady, though, so that I stayed away from it. Last year, I was all over Bills beating Kansas City and my, Green Bay Packers beating Tom at Lambeau. Didn't quite work out that way. Hard to bet against Tom. So that's going to be the best game of the weekend by far for me, the Rams and Bucks game.
Yeah.
But I see where you are with the plus points, and good for you, Shea. Good bet. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers this week, and I'm just going to keep it easy. So I'm just doing 4 picks, and they're all separate, no parlay, but spreading the money out, and we should hit over 50 easy. Green Bay money line.
Love it.
And yeah, there's no way San Fran gets this win in Lambeau this year. They've wanted this game. They had it last year, and they let it slip through the cracks. And that's a feeling you just don't forget. So Aaron Rodgers, who knows what's going to be happening with him, but he wants to get the ball, and they're going to do everything they can to get it. So there's no way they lose to San Fran. I'm also liking A.J. Dillon to run one in. So
The big fella.
Yeah, he's got legs like tree trunks, and when it's close, he's getting the ball. So those 2 picks, easy for that game. I'll probably look at Devontae Adams' receiving yards or maybe Lazard's receptions, but you'll have to follow us on Twitter to get those.
Absolutely. We'll give out some extra props there on Twitter. But yeah, man, I have to agree with you. I'm rocking the jersey for a reason.
I hope so.
I'm not wearing it just because my Patriots are out of the playoffs. I'm wearing it.
I had to. Mine was in Chicotaka, New York for 14 days. I had to call NFL. They canceled it, and they're shipping me a new one. It won't be here till next Friday.
It probably got stolen off the back of the truck in, downtown New York somewhere.
Well, that's terrible, but maybe. I'm thinking as long as I have it for February 13th, I'm fine.
Absolutely. Big Super Bowl, man. Big Super Bowl. Got to have the jersey, especially if your team's planning to be in the dance. My next pick here, buddy, I'm going to dive into this one. This was a tough game to get behind. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at the Bengals at the Titans. Titans are laying 3.5 at home, coming off that first round bye. Bengals are one of the 5 teams that covered in that wild card weekend. And, again, they won convincingly. That game, the refs were kind of shitty in that game, don't get me wrong. But the Bengals, they did win. Their offense showed up, and, they played good football. Bengals defense, though, is something I really want to talk about here. Is the Bengals defense had a great job getting pressure on Derek Carr last week, especially when Trey Hendrickson was on the field.
Get that name right.
I know, Trey, big Trey H.
Give me a hard time when I stutter.
When he's on the field, man, he has a pressure rating of 43.5%. And he also got and he helped the team get 3 sacks in that win against the Raiders last week. So that Bengals defense getting pressure. And if they pressure Ryan Tannehill like they pressured Carr last week, it's going to force some rocky passes. But Titans, they're coming off their bye. They're getting healthier. They may get Henry back this week, so that's big. If Henry's 100% ready to go, this is going to be a completely different game. If he's on a snap count, I don't really mind. I don't think he's going to make a huge impact. But if he's 100% and he's going full tilt, which it's kind of looking like he's going to. They're supposed to announce that today. It could make for a different game. Another big Titan stat that I'm kind of worried about is following 9+ days rest. Mike Vrabel as a coach is 9-0, which is not good. But here's another side of things. After getting the first round bye, they're 0-2 in the playoffs. So the first round bye hasn't been friendly for the Titans. This
I think both those stats are just it is big. What it is. It is what it is. They played 3 times. They lost twice. They played twice. They lost twice. They were probably hard matches. You know what I mean? It just comes down to the day.
Baltimore.
Yeah, and Baltimore was firing on all cylinders. I've been saying it all year too, and I'm not on this game, and that's exactly why I didn't touch it, because I've been all over Titans to get to this moment. And I like the Titans. My heart is with Bengals and Joe. I want to see Joe win, but he's got so long, man. Titans, I don't know how much longer they're going to do it with this team. So it sucks that Henry was hurt, but if he's back, I could see. I think I'd be on maybe Tannehill running one in. I think it's going to be a close game, so it could be anyone's ball game. So I'm not even touching it. But
Absolutely.
with what I've been saying all season, I couldn't not come into this game and bet Bengals when I've been preaching Titans, and Tanner Hill. So it's going to be a tough one. I think Big Dick Joe comes out and throws the ball.
Big game, Joe. That guy has been balling out the last 3 games. He's thrown for 1,200 yards passing and 10 touchdowns with 0 interceptions in that 3 games.
Got something to prove, man. I really think the Bengals have something to prove. So,
anyway, I'm taking the Bengals plus the 3.5 on the road versus the Titans. Bengals, baby, Bengals, right there. I love it. Let's go.
I'm off those 2 games that you picked. I'm on to the hurt teams. I'm going with the hurt teams that are hurt. And there's nothing that hurt more than Buffalo Bills watching Stephon Diggs out there last year. He stayed out there. They're going to be talking about it before the game. I don't understand how they're the dog, but I'm hitting money line hard right now on Buffalo to beat Kansas City this year. And I'm taking Stephon Diggs, separate tickets, same as with the Green Bay ticket, and Stephon Diggs to get one as well. We might be looking at reception yards, or receiving yards, some receptions, over-unders, maybe a little parlay we're going to put in. So look out on our Twitter. But I'm taking Buffalo Bills money line dog ticket, just like I did with San Fran. And I didn't hear nobody else call that San Fran game. And let's go Stephon Diggs. I think him and Allen are going to connect hard this game. And they got something to prove too. So, Green Bay and Buffalo and some touchdowns for me. That's my weekend.
You know what the saying is, though, right? Hungry dog runs faster.
Yeah.
Who's hungrier than the Buffalo Bills? The Bills have the wagon. They got the fan base is there behind them. And to back it up, earlier in the season when these 2 teams played, the Bills kind of wrote the playbook of how to defend against this Patrick Mahomes offense. So they have those 2 safeties high. They double Travis Kelce. They protect that over the top explosive play to Tyreek Hill, and they force pressure against Mahomes. And when he's pressured like that and has to make his 3rd or 4th read when he's passing, it's very difficult to get some positive yardage going and to be competitive, where the Bills blew them out last game. So it was nice to see that.
Last season, Kansas City was outright just playing well. Mahomes and them were making things happen all over the field. Whereas this year, I think it's the other way around. Buffalo is by far superior. They're making things happen, getting W's. To be honest, Kansas City has been spotty all season. So, honestly, maybe they come out having a great game. It is Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Tyreek Hill. Like, they've got weapons. Reed's a great coach. They've got fun plays. They make things happen. But I think it's not as cold in Kansas City as it is in Buffalo, and I'm going with that the Dogs today on that one.
Yeah, well, both teams are top offenses. KC's ranked 3rd in the offensive category. The Bills are ranked 5th. So top offense going head-to-head there. But the big difference here is where the defense comes into play. Bills have the number 1 defense in the league. And Kansas City is bottom of the barrel when it comes to defense, which is, they have been playing well in the last few weeks. Don't get me wrong there. They've kind of turned over, a new leaf, but their metrics still have them near the bottom of the league as a defensive team. I'm with you, man, but I'm taking the points. I'm taking the Bills +2. I'm riding. Let's go Buffalo, buddy.
Let's go. +2 points. That's easy. I like the numbers on the money line. But way to go. You got anything else for us, Shea, this week?
I was thinking of doing a teaser this week, and I'm going to take your Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
The line's 6 points. I'm going to tease them down to a pick 'em. I'm going to take Green Bay, just straight pick 'em. And I'm going to parlay that in with Buffalo +8.
Okay.
Teasing the Buffalo Bills up from +2 to +8. I think the Bills win. I think Green Bay wins. I think this is an easy cash. Take it to the bank. Let's go.
Let's bank it. Got anything else for us before we give our props out on our social medias, or is that it for the week?
That's all my picks there, buddy. I got my I'm in on that. You got 2 games going. I'm in on 3 games. But you have 4 picks.
These guys.
Yeah, there they are.
There
they are.
Hey, let's make some money. Let's grow those accounts for Super Bowl, and great week. I like the picks.
Absolutely, man. And make sure everyone follows, likes, comments on this video. Let us know what's going on. If you like our picks, ride with us, man. I'd love to see some
Surprisingly
tickets
enough,
posted.
we kind of gave them a piece every game. Looking at it now,
We touched every game that's playing
Wow.
this week, which is something we don't
Just
normally do, but
couple of goats.
yeah. So follow us on Twitter, Instagram at Gambling Goats. He's Johnny. I'm Shea. Hey, let's make some money.
Thanks, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers.